I feel like we can step outside and just go, nope. This is the coldest night of winter. Man.
Turn around and go right back in, Stacy and Dion. That is my advice. It is wicked, wicked cold that we have going out there. And just a couple of things. Of course, obviously, limit your time outdoors. Cover everything up because in this kind of cold, it doesn't take long to freeze your pets. Bring them indoors, except for maybe the Huskies. They probably love this stuff. But if you have outdoor animals, be sure you don't let their water freeze and that they have a fresh water source. Protect your pipes if you're in a mobile home or a house that's not well insulated and you have pipes on the outside wall. Open up the cabinet under the sink, maybe let the faucets drip. Keep your heat steady. Don't lower it at night because that lets those places get even colder. So do that, and if you have to travel, keep your gas tank full and pack a little extra blankets and warm clothes in the vehicle just to try to stay warm. Things are going to get better eventually, but we're actually at the beginning of a cold stretch that's going to last through most of next week. It's not going to be this cold, but it is definitely going to be cold. 7 below now. Throw that wind up to 20, gusting to 23, and that takes the feels like to 31 with that old wind chill. So it is definitely cold. The good news is the sunset now at 5:12, and so we're seeing the daylight last a little longer, but it's not helping with this. Temperature of 8 below in St. Peter and New Ulm. It is 11 below Redwood Falls, Olivia, and Hutchinson. 9 below in the Twin Cities, Waseca at 6 below. 3 below in Blue Earth, 2 below in Fairmont, New Ulm, 8 below, Wyndham, Jackson, both at 2 below zero. And as we take you through the night, watch how these temperatures drop. By 6 o'clock in the morning, we're going to be at 19 below in Mankato with a wind chill factor of 41 below. The wind chill up in Glencoe and Hutchinson, 44 below zero, 40 below New Ulm, 39 below in Redwood Falls, minus 42 in both Blue Earth and Fairmont. And by tomorrow afternoon, it's not going to get that much better. The wind is going to back off a little bit tomorrow, so the wind chill won't be quite as much of an issue. But we're talking 10 below zero at 4 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. That's going to be our high temperature here in the Mankato, North Mankato area. And actually, it's been a while since we've been this cold. We actually did drop to 19 below back in 2025 on February 18th. Back in 2021, we dropped to 21 below zero. The high temperature is the thing. We had an 8 below high back in January of 25, but we haven't been 10 below or colder since January 30th of 2019. So the good news, we're warming up, but look at these highs, still single digits and teens through most of next week. As we take a look at the overall pattern, this Arctic air mass is sitting up here to our north, and just watch how we go through the week. It's just going to sit and spin up there. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, finally by late week, we're going to get a little push from the west, and that cold air mass is going to break down a little bit. It's definitely going to be cold for a while. 19 below tonight. This is dangerous cold. The wind chill minus 40 to minus 50. All right, tomorrow, partly cloudy, bitterly cold. That high only 10 below zero, 10-day forecast. 2 below Saturday, 2 above Sunday, but still below zero lows, single digits to teens for highs next week. The good news is it's pretty low key. No major systems. It's just going to be cold. All right, that's what's going on. Stick around. Sports is next.
This extended forecast is brought to you by Northern Comfort, celebrating 50 years serving the Mankato area.